Mr. Kozak with a brief tutorial on using Google Drive, the way that we're going to use them in our English classes this year, as well as how to successfully submit a paper through Drive so that we don't have to do a lot of emails back and forth about permissions and sharing. So to get us started, I know when I'm about to do a writing assignment, I'm going to go ahead and go to Drive. So many of you like to go to Docs. For whatever reason, Docs doesn't work with Drive as well as it should. So I'm definitely going to go to Drive first. And for me, the name of the game is all about folders and making sure that I have a lot of organization. So you can see I have a lot of folders. You can see I color code my folders. For whatever reason, I've always thought of sophomores as blue. So English 2 is always blue. You can see if I right click on here, I can actually change the color so I can make it pop out a little bit. But we're going to talk about how to make a new folder for you inside of Drive. Again, starting out the year having a really strong organizational base. So I'm going to go ahead and make a new folder. And I'm going to call it English 2, like you should, just like I would encourage you to make a different folder for each of your classes. And now that I've created it, you can see it's popped in here, and I can color code it. I can do whatever I want to it. I'm going to go ahead and open this folder. And once I'm in the folder, here's where I'm going to make new documents, or I can even make another folder. So for example, I might make a folder for vocabulary assignments. I might make a folder just for the units that we have. So our first official unit is called short stories. Okay, and now I can really organize my work as I'm moving forward into the course. So let's say that I am working on the short stories unit, and I've gone to Canvas. I've gotten my New York Times assignment, which is right here, that prompt, right? And I'm going to read the article, and I'm going to write a similar response. And so I'm going to go to my folder, and I'm going to make a new doc. So the nice thing about making a doc directly from your folder is it's going to be a living document inside of your folder. And so it's much harder to lose your documents once they're in there. Oh, didn't quite work. Got to give it a second. Now, another thing that I really encourage you to do is to title your documents. This is going to help you in a lot of different ways. If you don't title documents, it's going to be very hard to find them later on, especially if you're coming back to a draft or if you're looking for the thing that you want to put into Canvas. It's going to be difficult. So I'm just going to call this NYT writing. Let's see if it populates now. There we go, NYT writing. And again, if I want to search, searching in Drive becomes much easier if I'm looking for NYT. There it is, as opposed to if I'm looking for untitled document. And now, wow, I have no idea what I'm looking for, right? So this is one of the first things that I do when I make a document is I title it so I can't lose it. I'm going to go ahead and write my response. So let's, not to make this video look too long, here's my response. And now what I want to do, if I'm going to upload this to Canvas, is I'm going to hit Submit Assignment. Now you could see as the teacher, I've allowed you to do a lot of different things. So if you have like a Mac or a PC, you're not working on your Chromebook, and you've used something like Microsoft Word, you can upload a file here, or you can upload a PDF, for example. I've made this assignment so it can be a text entry. So actually you don't need to make a doc. You can write your answer right inside of here. A website URL is probably not necessary, although this does create a website URL. It's right there. So we're actually going to go to Google Drive, and because I'm in this student view, it's not going to let me look through my drive. But as long as my drive is connected, which it should be, it's going to open up my drive, and I can go ahead and search for documents, and I would search for NYT writing. And then I just plug that in, and I'll give you an example. If we leave that student view, what I see on my end when I go to my grader is kind of typed responses, right? Don't worry, the assignment's not due yet. And this is an example of one that's inside a PDF or it's inside a doc. So you could see it's a docx. Every once in a while, I'll get one of these that's not sharing permissions. So that's the next thing that I'm going to talk about. Not seeing that in here. That's fine. It's a good thing. So what happens is if you publish your piece and it doesn't have shared permissions, is it looks like a lock to me or to whoever is grading you, and we can't get to it. So I'm going to go ahead and share. And when I look at my share settings, restricted only people inside the Afton School District can open this link. So this is what I want. I can change that permission to be anyone in the district can view it. That's really what I want. I can even change it to commenter or editor. And commenter is nice for your teachers because then we can comment on it. But as long as we can see it, this is important for our share settings. So now it's open. I go ahead and submit it, and then my grade's going to come through Canvas, and it's nice and easy. Again, my shared drive or my drive is really available for me, so I can populate this with all of my assignments for the entire unit. If I'm doing something like sharing this with a peer, maybe I'm doing a writing task and the request by the teacher is to do peer edit, then I can go ahead and share. Oh, it's running a little slow. And now I can actually share with a friend, right? And so this is going to give Miss Cartier permission to be an editor. I can change that, but if she's a pure commentator, then she definitely needs to be an editor so she can write things on it or make changes as it can be. And then I can send her a little message like, thank you for peer editing. She doesn't actually need that, so I'll cancel it. So there you go. Real quick tutorial about how to use Google Drive, how to make documents, and just a reminder to be organized, make sure you're naming things, and then also how to submit to Canvas and making sure that your share settings are appropriate.